Hi, welcome to the 30-day waitlist. I'm Stephanie. Thank you for coming to this class. I'm so pumped up to share with you how to go from overlooked to overbooked in 30 days with Instagram ads. I don't want to waste any time. Let's jump into it. So, short and sweet, you are here because you need more clients. And maybe it's because you're in the first couple of years of your beauty business, or maybe you're just about to start and you've got zero clients to speak of. Maybe you've been in business for a little while and things have shifted and you feel like you used to be busier. You're kind of worried, how do I get more clients? Because things are weirdly slow right now. Or maybe you're doing some new things in your business. So you've opened a second location, you've hired some team members, maybe you've got new products and you want to get the word out about them and make more sales. Whatever the reason that you are here today, I know that a lot of people, some peers, other people in the industry might be telling you like, oh, just get more active on Instagram. All the clients are on Instagram. This is something that has been repeated over and over again to us, but I call it an Instagram trap because we are spending so much time, hours and hours, making reels, rewriting captions, editing, trying to be consistent with our contents. And number one, it's exhausting. And number two, it doesn't even seem to be working. Engagement down, reach is down. And so you're like, okay, Instagram is just not working for me. What else can I do? Well, I used to be in the exact same spot. I do not love being on Instagram. It is kind of the bane of my existence. And so I found another way. I started running ads and they worked really, really well. And today I'm going to share my process to make ads work for you in your beauty business as well. So today we're going to talk about how to create a special package that does the selling for you, an irresistible offer. We'll talk about faceless videos so that you can get people to say like, I need this, like I want to book this person without even needing to show your face on camera, which huge relief to a lot of you, I know. We'll talk about how to uncover your secret sauce as a beauty professional so that you can connect with your kind of clients. And we'll talk about the advertising algorithm and how you can use it to your advantage to do the hard work for you so you can untether yourself from posting regular Instagram content and just get more clients with ads instead of being tied to that regular Instagram algorithm. So every day I help thousands of students with their ads. I've had more than 1,300 students graduate from my program, the Ad Lab, which I'll talk to you a little bit about today. I've had more than 30,000 people in these classes like this one. I've educated for some pretty big brands. And so I know a lot about not just what it takes to make a successful ad, but also what's at the beginning stages and what stops people from building their appointment book. And I've realized that it's usually not because of a lack of experience or content. It's not usually because your town is too saturated and not even because you're doing marketing wrong, which a lot of people might tell you. The real thing that gets in people's way that I see time and time again is fear. Fear of judgments and a lack of confidence in ourselves and our businesses that keep us small and keep us hidden. So even platforms like Instagram or like advertising that can give access to hundreds of new clients, those platforms, they feel threatening to us, to our safety. And I really hope that this class is going to give you a ton of ideas and inspiration and like how-tos, but more importantly, a real confidence surge that you can do these things that I'm going to teach you. You can get in front of people. You can get more visible and book more clients. So I'm going to share stories like my student Shay, she was in a tough place. She was about to close her facial spa because she just didn't have enough clients coming in. And then she did her ad. She came on group coaching and she gave us an update. She said, I've booked 30 people from ads this month alone. And it like completely flipped the script on her business. Or like Rebecca, if you're just at the starting stages of your business, Rebecca's story is perfect for you because Rebecca was just starting out her business when she did her first ad. She hadn't even opened her doors yet, and she built an entire clientele, more than 200 people from one ad. Or like Elka, who is a hairstylist in Los Angeles, and she was kind of busy, but she knew that she wanted to be like fully booked out. She didn't want people to cancel their appointments and think, oh, Elke can take me whenever. She wanted to be in demand. So she did an ad campaign for her hair services that cost more than $500 each. And she was spending $5 a day getting booked out a month in advance when she shared this with us. So long story short, ads work wherever you're at in your business. And the first thing that I want to talk to you about is just a little reframe. It's kind of a mindset shift before we get into like the real how-to stuff. I want you to get excited about your work again, because I know that when you're slow or you're just starting out or things aren't going the way you want them to, you feel demotivated. But I want you to know you're not slow because you suck or there's anything wrong with you or your business or how good you are. You're slow because you are undiscovered. So this is Gordana. She is a facial therapist, and she finally opened her facial spa after a year of struggles of getting it opened. So much bureaucracy, so many, red tape and stuff like that. But she finally got it open, and she only had 2 clients. And that's okay, except for it went on for months. She had 2 clients on her books for months, and she couldn't grow. And she ended up having to secretly borrow money from her husband to pay her rent because she just didn't have enough cash flow coming in. And it's not like she wasn't trying. Gordana was trying everything. So she was spamming the WhatsApp groups in her son's school. She was doing local influencer marketing. She was giving out huge discounts to people, leaving pamphlets, doing referral marketing from her 2 clients. And nothing worked. And she stayed stuck for way too long. And she probably actually wasn't even doing anything wrong. And you're probably not doing anything wrong either. I mean, the only thing I wouldn't have done was the spamming of the WhatsApp groups. But the real issue is that Gordana just wasn't talking to enough people to make an impact. It was a question of like volume. She just needed more people to see her, more of the right people. So, by the way, this is Gordana's studio here. This is so cute. She did her first ad campaign. She took a leap. She decided to do something different. She spent $113 on her first ad, and she didn't have that money. Again, she was borrowing money from her husband. So she was like, I really hope this works. She had 8 people message her for her facials, which doesn't seem like a lot, but 3 of those booked in for premium services, like services, several $1,000 services. And between those 3 clients, she made $6,700, treatments, retails, and referrals. And it changed everything. It skyrocketed her business from there. But imagine if Gordana had just been like, I'm not meant for this. I'm trying everything. Nothing is working. Imagine if she had given up too soon. Please don't give up too soon. Gordana said, last summer I was waking up at 4 a.m. I couldn't sleep. I cried. I felt anxious. I didn't see a way out. And then I asked her, like, what does your summer now look like? She said, I'm taking my kids on a 3-week vacation. I'm paying for it. I feel safe. I feel like I have a safety net with my ads. They just changed everything for her. So I wanted to share that story because it is a real reframe. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just time to try something different. Okay, so let's get into like the real how-to stuff. And if you're taking notes, like get out your notebook or your Google Docs or whatever. Let's talk about how to create a special package that does the selling for you in your ads. So tell me if this sounds familiar for you. I hear this all the time from my students. Knowing what to say is a challenge. I usually end up frustrated and post nothing for self-promotion. I'm good at giving services. I'm good behind the chair or at the treatment bed, but I'm terrible at selling. And I feel invisible. I feel like there's just so much competition. I question if I'm even worth the prices that I'm asking. So much self-doubt here. And I know that a lot of us struggle with selling because we were taught how to create beautiful work. If you went to beauty school, you know how to do all that, the skill part, but you weren't taught about how to talk about it in a way that sells, that just clicks with people. So here's the solution. The irresistible offer, which actually does the selling for you because it's perfect for your type of clients. So the irresistible offer is the perfect intro for first-time clients. Our goal is to get those first-time clients who maybe have never had a facial or never had a head spa experience or never had waxing done before. It's usually $250 and under. That's the sweet spot. And we want to add value. So for example, it's $150 value for $110. So instead of discounting our services, we're adding on value. What does that look like? So we do exciting add-ons and bonuses. So for example, free LED treatment and take-home trial package of products. These are upgrades, add-ons, extras that don't cost you much in terms of time and money, but clients just love them. So the irresistible offer works because it's got high perceived value. Clients are like, oh my gosh, this is just amazing. It's only available for a limited time. There's only a limited quantity of them. And then for you on your side, every client who books, you're making good money with them because you're adding on all these bonuses that don't cost too much. So you're making money. Let's see how this looks in action with your ads. So this is Genevieve. She is a facialist in New York, and she opened her own salon suite to provide facials. She had 8 clients follow her from Ulta Beauty, where she had worked before. And her revenue fluctuated every month depending on whether those 8 people would rebook with her or not. Maybe that sounds familiar for you. She wasn't in dire straits like Gordana where she was losing money, but she was just breaking even. She wasn't paying herself. So she did an ad campaign and she started out with a really good offer for wintertime. So it was seasonal. It was called the Winter Ready Package with deep cleansing facial, microdermabrasion, and hand treatments. And it went really well. She said she jumped in our group to share her results. She said, I made $2,900, not including tips. She had 23 clients purchase. She had a profit margin of 45%. And when I talk about profits, this is after she actually paid herself and paid for her Facebook ads and all of her other costs. So that is just incredible. And it worked so well because she had that irresistible offer. She said, I knew I didn't want to be the discount person, so I focused on creating value instead of changing my prices, and it worked so well. She made more than $10,000 with her ads over the course of a few months, and it completely changed her business for the better. So that's my student Genevieve, and I wanted to show you just what the power of an irresistible offer is. And the first step in making an irresistible offer is figuring out what is the primary service that I'm going to be advertising? Because you probably do lots of things. Maybe you do lashes and waxing and facials, or if you do hair, you do balayage and cuts and colors and extensions and updos. I want you to focus on one primary service. Just think about it in your mind now, or you can write it down on a piece of paper. This is the first step to creating your offer. What is that primary service? And then how can we build an irresistible offer around that? So that's your first step to deciding what's that one thing you want to advertise. And if you're not sure, okay, then how do I build an offer around that? This is something that we help you with in the Ad Lab. This is my program, and we have 46 offer ideas that are proven to work, plus a workbook so that you can get inspired by other students who have done it, and it gives you a fail-proof way to make packages that your clients will snatch up. So I wanted to spotlight that for you to show you that there actually is a formula to creating packages that really sell well. All right, step 3 in creating your 30-day waitlist is to uncover your secret sauce. And this is so crucial if you want the right clients to click with you. Not just any clients, not just the clients who are gonna be one-hit wonders, but the people who are gonna stick with you. So somebody told me this recently, I feel like there's nothing unique about what I do. I don't even know how to be attractive to clients if I don't know what's special about me. That's such a tricky place to be in. And if you think about it, a lot of us are in that situation because we're so close to our own zone of genius, whether you do hair or lashes or makeup or waxing or facials or microblading, we follow other people who do the same thing as us on Instagram. We're so deep into the industry that we don't even realize how genuinely unique our talents are. We see ourselves as one of many, but you are the only, I know it sounds cheesy, but you are the only you. So this is one of my students, Tyler, and I wanted to show you how she picked out her secret sauce in her ads. So she is a hairstylist and she has long, dark, curly hair. She says in her ads, we can't go to any kind of salon. We have a hair heritage and it takes a special person to understand it. She says, I get you because I am you. And I want to give the dark hair beauties of East Bay the best hair of their lives from someone who gets it. Tyler understood what makes her special and how she clicks with clients and how clients relate to her. And she brought that out in her ads. And I promise you that you have something special like that too. So here's how you can uncover it. And I would love if you can scribble this down because these are the 5 questions to ask yourself to really hone in on what your secret sauce is. So first question to ask yourself is your motivation. What is your story? Like, why did you get into this industry? Why did you decide to start focusing on helping clients with acne? Is it because something you struggled with? What is it that you just love about doing blonde hair? Is it that boost of confidence that your clients get that you wish that you had when you were younger? Think about your motivation, why you do this, what gets you out of bed every day. Second question to ask yourself is really dig into your perfect client. I know people always say this, but it's so true. Who is that perfect client and how do you relate to them? What are their frustrations, their goals, their struggles? And not just like surface level, like, oh, they're struggling with aging skin, but deeper. What are those deep soul-filled goals and frustrations and struggles they have? We need that to come across in your ads. We need to show them that you get it. The third is your client experience. How does that experience that you've curated from the time they walk in to the time they leave and even before and after that, how have you made it special? How do you want to be different from other salons that you've worked at maybe? How have you made it thoughtful, intentional? Are you an amazing listener? Have you crafted an experience that's not just about surface level beauty, but them feeling well inside? Dig deep and understand, how can I share my client experience? Fourth is your testimonials. This is gold because what people say about you is what you should be saying about yourself. So we love to, in our ads, take the words out of our clients' mouths and speak them in our ads so that they really resonate with people. Whether that is looking at your Google reviews, really hearing what clients say at the end of their appointment that they love about their lashes or their brows or their hair, use that in your ads. And last is your distinction. Distinction is what really makes you different from all the other braiders out there or all the other estheticians out there. How do you want to be different? Here's a great question to ask yourself. If one of your clients switched from another esthetician to you, what was the reason for switching? How do you differentiate yourself? When you ask yourself these 5 questions, take some notes, scribble down whatever comes to mind, you'll start to really uncover what your secret sauce is. So this is my student, Robin. She's an esthetician. She does microcurrent facials, and she is all about natural wellness. She actually prepares her own products at home with like skincare products that are handmade. She's a little bit of a hippie at heart, and she understands that her clients want amazing skin in their 40s, 50s, 60s without getting Botox or injections. And she talks about herself as a little bit of a hippie, and she calls out those people too. She made it really, really clear in her ad how she's different from the classic med spa. And it worked. So Robin got 98 booking inquiries for this ad, 20 new clients booked, $3,000 in appointments, and she only spent $169 on her ad. So that's like less than it would cost to go out with her husband for a really nice dinner. She said, like, Stephanie, my ads are working a little too well. We needed to turn them off actually because she just didn't have enough room in her calendar, and she wanted to give all of her attention to clients without booking them too close together. So it really, really works. And if you're saying like, Stephanie, I don't know how to talk about myself. And the truth is that I'm afraid of putting myself out there because I'm afraid of judgment. I'm afraid of people saying, who do you think you are? You think that you're special, you're not. all of that noise that goes on in our head, I want to tell you, I know it takes a whole lot of courage to show your real heart to people. It's easier to just stay surface level and just say, hey, I'm a hair artist. This is what I do. Here's how to book. But when we actually start to open ourselves up and show our hearts to people, it's scary. I know. To be yourself, it's easier to hide. But when you hide from your junior high bully, for example, or your sister-in-law, or the competition, or people that you know in your neighborhood that you don't want them to see your ads or your posts, when you hide from them, you're also hiding from those clients who desperately need you, people that you can help, the real reason that you got into this industry. So if you're having trouble figuring out what that secret sauce is, this is something that I help you with in the Ad Lab. I'll show you how to get this bonus at the end of class. So it's a 20-minute clarity call. I've been doing these and I have been loving them. I actually get on a Zoom call with new students and I ask you a ton of questions and I help you come up with your secret sauce. Like actually give you the words to say, because when we get the outside perspective of someone like me who sees our business from the outside, then we realize like, I really do have something special to share. Okay, let's jump into step number 4, which is shine a light on you without even needing to show up on camera. Okay, I have learned from many years of doing ads and helping countless students with theirs, videos almost always work better than photos in your ads. Just look at the difference between these two. I'm just going to turn down the volume here. Look at the difference between these two ads. One is like a poster done on Canva. Please don't do that for your ads. And the other is like this amazing video where we're really getting a sense of what Tyler's about, what it's like in her hair studio. I just love it. And the reason that these kind of videos work so well is because we are in a trust recession right now. I don't know if you've heard that, but there's just so much online junk right now. Fake news and AI generated content and really impersonal stuff. We're craving real right now. So the more of you that you can infuse into your ad, the real you, the more trust, recognition, and affinity you will get, which then lead to bookings. This is the key. This is like one of the make or break things of having a great ad is creating trust. But like you saw Tyler was getting on video, Tyler has the guts to do that. She's been doing this for a few years. What about you? You might hate the idea of getting on video. I find it hard to speak on camera. I get imposter syndrome. I start to have serious self-doubt. If that is you, do not worry. I want to show you this quick video. This is from my student Elkie. And this video worked incredible for her. And you'll see she's not even on camera. She's speaking in the background. You can see her hands a little bit, but the focus is really on her clients. She said, this is the one that I was showing you before. This is the video that got her booked out at a month in advance, spending $5 a day on this ad. And these are services that cost $550 or more. So it's totally doable to create trust without showing up on camera. Here's how to do it. First of all, voiceover. You saw that. You couldn't hear it, but you saw it, that Elkie's video, she was doing a voiceover in the background. Introduce yourself, speak in the first person, say I, not we. A lot of people they tend to, when they get scared, make it sound like their business is bigger than they are. Make it really personal. Share the experiences. The client experience that you have curated in your space says so much about you and what you value and what you want for your clients. So share that. One of my students, she's got a skin clinic that looks like kind of like a speakeasy. It's like dark and moody and there's candles everywhere. And she shares that in her ads and I love it because we just know that it's hooking that kind of client who doesn't want that like clinical white or like bubblegum pink skin clinic. Share your special corner of the world with your personal touches and you'll also share your soul and your heart too. And then clients. Let's focus on the clients, shine the spotlight on them, especially with your connection with them. You can shoot an over-the-shoulder video where you're doing a consultation and your client is laughing, or your client is looking in the mirror and you see the big smile on their face. Like, we want to see what kind of clients you love working with and what your connection to them is. So, update on Elke, she actually messaged, well, I interviewed her for YouTube, and she said, I've been getting booked out 2 to 3 months in advance. She's making $15,000 a month. And most of those clients, new clients, are coming from her Facebook ads. So just something to think about. She said, I don't love doing videos. I try to put the focus on my clients instead. It works. All right, so faceless video formula is something new that I put into my program, the Ad Lab. If you're really struggling with like, how do I show what my business is about? Like, I struggle with the video part. In the Ad Lab, we go all through the video, but this is something new. I give you 270 ideas for faceless videos, for waxing, facials, balayage, massage, pedicures, whatever it is. There's so many like B-roll style videos that you can do. And I'll show you how to set up a content batching day so that you can get like months of content done all at once. Here's another something special. If you know that you want to focus on clients, but you're new and you don't really have clients to showcase, do a model call. Like, this is something that some of my students have had really good success with. And Nikki, she's the owner of Spa Reby, she was opening a second location for her spa and she didn't have any clients for it. So she did a model call. She advertised it in Facebook groups and on social media, and she booked 16 clients to be models. She got hundreds of videos and photos, and most of those models ended up rebooking with her. So in this bonus training that's in part of the Ad Lab, she shows you exactly how she did the whole thing. So model call could be great for you. All right, let's get into step 5 of creating your 30-day waitlist. Stop the content grind, and instead let the advertising algorithm work in your favor. Doesn't that sound good? Okay, I wanted to share this with you. This is what my Instagram used to look like. My engagement. Look at all those likes. Like 327 likes, 28 comments. I was killing it, and I didn't even realize it at the time how good I had it. That was a few years ago. Now, this is what my Instagram looks like behind the scenes. I've got 20,000 followers, and I have 495 views on this, 14 likes, 4 comments. This one's sad, 5 likes. Like, how much? It's just pathetic. And I used to care so much about this, and it's still kind of hard, but I just don't care as much anymore. But I just wanted to show you that, like, Instagram engagement is down, and the algorithm, it really does feel like it's out to get us sometimes. And I think the worst part is that we think that when other people, like potential clients, stumble across our profiles and they see this terrible engagement and like low follower count, low comments and likes, we are afraid of looking stupid. Like, it doesn't feel good to get 5 likes and no comments, and people might think that your business isn't legit, right? But I promise you, that does not need to hold you back. Like, there is another side of social media when you run ads, and it gives you so much freedom because you just stop caring. 3 posts, 3 ads, that is all it takes. You do not need to be busting your butt to make content and getting nothing back from it. So I call it your golden tickets ad. This is where you publish just 2 or 3 ads and let the algorithm work in your favor to find your golden ticket ad. Without caring about engagement, without trying to stay active on Instagram all the time for like 0 rewards. So this is your golden ticket ad. This is the ad that you can keep running for weeks or months, and it is a client referring engine. It's cheap, and it brings in consistent income, and it magnetizes all the right clients to you without you needing to put in the long hours or the emotional labor. Let's highlight that for a second. Like, it is emotionally tough to keep grinding and grinding and grinding and feel like we're not getting anything back from it in terms of engagement, but then also in terms of clients and sales. What am I doing all this work for? So here's how you find your golden ticket ad, the one that just keeps working for you in the background. We test out multiple different ads, multiple different videos, captions, headlines. Maybe one is talking about the atmosphere. The other is showing a close-up of product application or removal. The other one is like some cool tech. Here's a tip for you, by the way. The first 8 seconds of your video are the most important. And if you share different parts of your business in those first 8 seconds, you're going to have so much better results because you're really testing out what is it that clicks in people's minds, what kind of hooks them. So we test these 3 videos and we find out that the third video is our winner. It's our golden ticket ad. And this is the one that will keep referring people to us over and over again. But you'll never know that until you test. So I'll show you an example of how important testing is. This is Tatiana. She came to us in the student group and she said, like, I've tried everything. I put a lot of effort into the description, hook, body, offer. I did everything. I haven't received any leads yet. And I have to admit, I'm feeling discouraged. Like, of course, I would feel discouraged too. Do you have any other ideas or tips? So she came on group coaching. I told her, like, Tatiana, test out a few more ads. Like, don't change anything about your offer. You just need to test some different videos and captions. And she did. And she came on group coaching a few weeks later to update us. She booked 100 clients, made $11,000, spending $550 on her ads, which is just incredible. So instead of making assumptions about what people want to see, Tatiana just did one ad because she assumed, oh, I think that they want to see a facial video like this, and I think that they want to see a caption like this. Like, we can use best practices, but we really don't know. So that's why we want to test out several different ideas. And often the simplest ones are the best. So here's a question for you. If you found a golden ticket ad, that one that just kept working for you like Tatiana's ad, how would your life change if you could have 25 new clients coming in every single month from your golden ticket ad? Just think about it. What would practically change in your business and your life? Maybe you'd take Saturdays off to be with your kids. Maybe you would hire an assistant or move into a beautiful storefront that you've kind of been dreaming of. I wanted to go over what are the steps to make that happen and create your 30-day waitlist. First of all, get excited about work, because with just a reframe, you could see your business and your life totally different. You're not busy because you're not slow because you're stuck. You're slow because you just need more people to see you. And that's what Gordana did. She made $6,000 and she didn't change anything about her business or herself. She just got seen by more people. Second, create an irresistible offer that does the selling for you. So this is what Genevieve did. She did her winter ready package. She did some irresistible upgrades, add-ons, bonuses. That's what you need. You need an irresistible offer. That is the foundation of an incredible ad campaign. Uncover your secret sauce, because your ads should not be bland and generic and written by ChatGPT. They need to be filled with you and what makes you unique and what makes you tick and what your clients love about you. That's what Robin did. She did so well, she had to turn off her ads. Fourth, create trust-building videos without even needing to show your face. There's so many ways to bridge that trust recession gap by creating ads that are, again, a real reflection of you, but you don't even need to get on video. And then get the algorithm working in your favor for once. Test out multiple ads till you find that golden ticket ad. The algorithm will find that ad that works best and it will show it to more and more people. But in order to do that, you need to test out ads. And Tatiana did this and she booked 100 clients and counting. So, ads work for everybody. Whether you are solo and you just want to kickstart a clientele like Adisha, she booked 300 clients from her signature facial ad. She was spending $5 a day. Or Martine, who has a team, she's got a salon, and she used ads to get her team busy. She said they're like a security blanket we use whenever we want to boost revenue, which I love that perspective. They really do make you feel safe. So, wherever you're at in your business, if you are ready to have a wait list full of ideal clients, to start paying yourself a healthy salary, which I know so many of us are holding back on that, and most importantly, to rebuild the confidence in yourself that you had when you first started, before things started getting really hard, then I would love to introduce you to my program, the Ad Lab, which I have hinted at a little bit about, and now I want to open the doors and show you what's inside. The Ad Lab is your secret to go from empty suite to fully booked calendar. This is where clients come to you instead of you chasing them. And this is what we're going to get into in the ad lab. First, you're going to create an offer that people actually want to book. That is the first step. We're going to figure out, how do we package up your primary service, which you already thought about? What am I going to be advertising? And then turn that into a full package. What are the upgrades, bonuses, add-ons that we're going to do for that to make people say like, oh my gosh, I need this right now. We're also going to tap into your story. We're going to dig deep into figuring out your secret sauce so that you can make ads that feel really good to you and that really resonate with your people. And then we're going to write captions in a way that's so easy. Not only do we have templates, but use technology to your advantage. I have a new tool called Snappy Captions, and it's a custom GPT that I made, and it guides my students through creating really good captions that don't sound like they were written by ChatGPT, because it asks you so many questions and then it will write 3 captions for you. So easy. So yeah, step 1, create that irresistible offer. This is Melo, and she did a lunchtime lift 30-minute facial. It was just really good for getting clients in the door during her not so busy lunch hour. She got 8 bookings worth $790. That is a win, and I will take it. So we've got our offer, we've got our captions. The second step is to create your video, and this is where you're going to film confidently, because we plan a low pressure shoot day, or you can even use content that you already have. We'll figure out exactly like what to do during that shoot day, how to make it easy. We'll get your shot list ready so that you can get all of that content, because the more clips you have for your video, the better. You'll also get filming tutorials, so you'll see exactly what to film. We've got a hairstylist who teaches, and then an esthetician who teaches, Tyler and Wednesday. And they're both amazing at showing you exactly like what settings should be on your phone for the best lighting, how to edit your videos, how to like a lot of people struggle with angles. Like, what angle should I shoot my lashes from? You'll figure this out. And then we have Instagram Reels templates. So you just have to dump your clips onto these Instagram Reels, and it organizes them with all the music and the timing and all of that to make them look clean and professional. Some of my students also use CapCut, which is great, but I love to use Instagram Reels because it makes it look like it's not an ad. A lot of my students have never done video ads before. One of my Mahogany Salon and Spa is one of my students, and they said we used a feel-good facial video as opposed to static photos, and it did the trick. $3,400 in bookings from one video ad. The video does make a difference. So in module 3, you're going to launch your first client attracting ad. This is the part where we actually do all the settings and the setup, which some people find really confusing, but I try to make it super simple. So we're going to use the Meta Ads Manager. We don't do boosted posts. We don't do our ads directly from Facebook or Instagram. We go into the Ads Manager because they work so much better, I have to be honest. And I'll show you exactly what to press, like how to target the right people, the age range, the settings, the budget. And then what we're actually doing is we're setting up ads that lead to your DMs. So what's going to happen is that people are going to see your ad, they're going to click on it, and then they're going to start a DM conversation with you. And what we do in the Ads Manager is we set up a back-end flow to automate these conversations so that it leads them from your ad to DMs to booking with you. I've had students who have spent hundreds, if not thousands, advertising blindly and had 0 results prior to this, like Natalie said. She said, I posted my first ad on Sunday and I already had 2 people book and 1 more lead. I've never gotten results like this because she probably didn't know how to set it up properly, and that's okay. We were never taught these things. Okay, so module 4, this is where we're going to actually book in clients. Speaking of things that we were never taught how to sell before either. We were never taught how to talk about our services in the DMs, how to follow up with people. So this is where you're going to learn how to respond in a way that feels friendly and professional. You'll turn the just curious messages into book appointments. You'll understand how to follow up with people who ghost you, how to make sales in a way that doesn't feel sleazy and in a way that people don't ignore you. And we'll also look at your ad results because I want to make sure that you're making money. My worst nightmare for you is that you would spend money on ads and not make it back. So looking at your results and understanding the results and figuring out what do I do next, that's crucial. Helen here says, I published my ad yesterday, already got 3 bookings and only spent $10 on it. So I just wanted to show you that you don't need to spend a ton of money to get bookings. When they're set up the right way, when you're following up people in a thoughtful way, ads don't need to be expensive. Okay, in module 5, I call this leads on tap. This is where we're testing and scaling. This is the part where you can troubleshoot ads. No ad is a silver bullet. I cannot guarantee that your first ad will pop up, but I can guarantee that we're going to give you all the support in the world to help you figure out what's going on and get it working. You'll learn how to test out campaigns for every season, whether that's Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day, summer, wedding season, fall. So many ad ideas that are so fun. And then you'll learn how to grow to new places, whether that's using ads to grow your email list, to grow an education business, online courses, online products, whatever it is, ads can help you get there. And I'm there to teach you. I've had students like Ramina who joined years ago and they're still selling from the tips that I gave them. I'm constantly updating the program and supporting my students wherever they're at in their journey. So that's the first thing that you get access to in the Ad Lab is the 5 core modules, and you get lifetime access to those, and I'm constantly updating it to reflect what's new. But I think the more important part of the Ad Lab is the help that you get. So the first extra piece that you get is personalized help with your ads on weekly group coaching. We go on Zoom every single Monday. I'm there, rain or shine, and it's kind of like office hours. You can jump in and be like, hey, I'm struggling with this. Hey, I want to celebrate a win. Hey, can you help me figure out what to do next? Hey, my ads account has been deactivated. Like, so much help on these calls. So you get lifetime access to that. You also get lifetime access to our private students mastermind, which is a fancy way of saying our Facebook group. This is where you post your videos, your captions, you get feedback from me and our coaches, and we've got so many supportive students in there who are there to help you too. It's not just me in the program. We also have Carolyn, who's an amazing advertising coach. She's actually got more experience than me with ads. And Leah is our business coach that's there to help you figure out your pricing, your client retention strategies, your offers. So much help whenever you need it. We are honestly there to hold your hand. We're not going to make you figure this out by yourself. So you also get access to that on-demand help. And then I have a special bonus suite that I also offer for new students who come in during this limited time period. I call it the Jumpstart Bonus Suite, and there's some pretty good bonuses in there. So first of all, the faceless video formula. I talked to you about this before. You get 270 B-roll video ideas for faceless videos to film so that you've got that shot list of exactly what I want to film on my filming day. You also get the model call strategy. That's a 20-minute training plus written instructions from Nikki, who actually did this herself to build a clientele for her new spa. So you'll learn exactly what it takes to advertise your model call, what it should look like, how to organize it, how to get the best content from it. If you're new, this is the perfect bonus for getting that content, not just for your ads, but also for your Instagram. And then bonus 3, payday emails. This is a new one, and it is 3 simple but powerful email templates that you can send to your client list right now to get some extra cash. And you can use that cash to fund your ads. Again, if you don't have that much cash on hand, do not worry. Send these 3 emails. Even if you've only got like 20 clients, send these to them. Email marketing works. Like, I use emails as one of my number 1 sales tactics. So $300 in cash is enough to advertise for a full month and start booking more clients. So if you need cash to pay for your ads, this bonus will help you. So you also get the Jumpstart bonus suite. So you look at the value of all of these things that I'm giving you in the ad lab, and you look at what my students are achieving with their ads. Tatiana made $11,000 with one ad. Learning a program like this is worth more than $4,000. Even if I charge $2,000 for it, I still honestly think that having a tool like ads in your back pocket for life is so valuable. But I didn't want to charge that much. I wanted to make it really, really accessible for you. So you can get started with the ad lab for just 6 payments of $127. $127 a month for your first month. And then 5 more payments after that. Or I also have a single payment plan. Whichever option you choose, you get instant and lifetime access to so much stuff. The booked out ads formula, my ad vault with tons of ideas and examples, step-by-step guides, weekly group coaching calls, student community, and then your Jumpstart bonus suite. So let's take a second to breathe. That was a lot of information. Now, your first question might be, Stephanie, $127, I'm not that busy, I'm new, I'm struggling. Can I make this investment back? That might be your number one question. Like, is this going to be worth it? I want you to ask yourself, how much is the average client appointment worth to you? Like the average client that comes in, do they spend $100 with you, $300 with you, $80 with you? If you paid $127 today, how many clients and appointments do you think you can make in your first month of running ads? It only takes about a week to get your first ad up and running. So next month could be the month that you book all those clients. Here are more stories from my students. This is Samantha. She said, this is from the Facebook ad I started yesterday. Like, she's getting completely inundated with booking requests. Anna said, I published last night and I got one buyer at a $500 package in her first day. Mona said, I have 10 bookings, all new customers, Valentine's Day ads. Nicole said, once my ad got approved, 45 minutes later, I had people message me and they haven't stopped. We have countless stories of students who publish their ad and then just a few hours or a few days later, they start popping off. Marianne found an automated way to build a loyal clientele. She had a 70% rebooking rate from her ads clients. These aren't just like one and done, one hit wonder clients that she's booking. Ayano raised her prices, which is scary, but she did ads and she found new clients who were willing to pay her prices. Sophia was just starting out. She said, I had only 3 clients prior to doing this course. I had 12 new clients and 10 of them rebooked with me, which is huge for her when she's just starting out. I am so excited for you to get this program and all of the support that we give you into your hands. And I want to make it an easy yes for you. So we have a 60-day dream clients guarantee. Here's how it works. If you run your ads and you don't get results, you're not happy with them, you don't get any leads or bookings or whatever your definition is of success is, if you're not happy with it, just contact me within 60 days, show me your work, show me that you did what I taught you to do and it didn't work, and I'll give you your money back. I am confident that when done right, ads will work for you. And so I hope that this guarantee makes it easy for you to say yes and join us. And this fast action bonus, remember I talked about the Uncover Your Magic Clarity Call? It's only available if you join the Ad Lab before we finish this class. So there's a button just below to join to get this bonus and all the other bonuses that I talked about. This Clarity Call alone can completely change your business. This is one of my students, Kate. This is me on the call with her. She said, it's hard to talk about your own business or about yourself. I get bogged down in what I think I should be saying. I get stuck. It's so helpful to get that outside perspective on how someone else sees my business. I want to jump on a Zoom call with you. This is the only time that I'm offering these one-on-one Zoom calls is as a bonus. Let's figure out your secret sauce. Let's jump on this clarity call together. This is what happens after the clarity call. I actually give you full notes. These are notes from one of my students, Rachel. I tell her words to use in her ads, how to introduce herself, what to say, what makes her special. She said, I was smiling so hard when I read this, Stephanie, so thank you. All right, So I wanted to finish up by saying that in the ad lab, yes, you get set up tutorials that are completely updated for what's working right now. You get all the templates to see what's working with ads. You get tools like snappy captions to write your captions quickly. But more importantly, you get someone who understands you and supports you. I am here. My coaches are here. We want to help you succeed. We understand the insecurities that come with getting on video, or with putting yourself out there in a bigger way, or with feeling like nothing's working and am I even meant to be in this industry? Like, I hear it all the time from my students. So I'm here to support you. I would love to help you in the ad lab. What would change if you were no longer visible? What would change if you had those steady clients and full control over your calendar? If your partner, your husband, your wife, your partner, your parents saw you thriving and you felt proud of what you were doing. And I think the most important thing that comes from building a clientele and a wait list is that you know deep in your bones, like, I am good at this. I'm sharing my gifts with the world. And I'd love to help you share your gifts with more people. So I have a fast action bonus. I talked about this before. The one-to-one clarity call with me will actually jump on Zoom for 20 minutes if you join the ad lab before this timer runs out. You get access to this one-to-one clarity call. I'm not offering it anywhere else. I don't normally do this. It's just for people who join while we're on this class. You can get started for $127. So there's a link below to sign up. You'll put in your information, your address, pay for your first month, and then there's 5 more payments after that. And you get instant access to everything. So you'll get an email from me that says, welcome to the ad lab. You can log into the course. The first thing that you're gonna do when you log in is watch the welcome video and then figure out your special offer. If you're like, I'm not ready to join the ad lab, but I do wanna test out ads, that's absolutely fine. If you're not ready yet, that's okay. But whether you're gonna join the ad lab or not, the first thing in doing a great ad campaign is your special offer. Figure out what is your primary service and your package. So in the ad lab, in module 1, that's what we go into in lesson 1. We'll figure out like, what are those bonuses, upgrades, add-ons? How do we price it? How do we make sure it's profitable? How do we make sure it's something that people want right now, like for this month, this season? So that's your first step. Join the ad lab, log in, get started on that, and the rest will come. Just take it one step at a time. All right, I wanted to answer some of the questions that I've been getting about the ad lab. This program has been going on for 6 years. And like I said, I've had more than 1,000 people graduate from it. And I get a lot of questions about it. So I know that there are certain things that get in our way when we're thinking about doing ads. So first question. Stephanie, I'm a new stylist and I've already spent so much money getting my business up and running. I can't spend a bunch of money on ads. Even $10 feels like an investment when I'm slow and not making much. Totally get it. We do have a lot of people join the ad lab who are just at the beginning phases, and every investment feels like, ooh, especially investments that you don't know whether they're going to pay off, right? I want to assure you that most of my students do not spend a ton of money on their ads. They're spending usually maximum $10 a day, which is $70 a week, which might sound like a lot, but our ads are set up to convert, meaning that we look very carefully at our ads, especially in the first few days when it's kind of like, is this going to work? Is this package good? Etc. So we look at them very closely, and if they're not working, within 5 days, usually we can tell, and we'll pause those ads and we'll figure out what to do next. That's where we're there to help you every single step of the way. That's where we're going to help you troubleshoot in the Facebook group, in group coaching. You share a link to your ads. We give you feedback on it. We're there to support you and make sure that your ads are a success. And when you do spend that $100, you can get amazing results. I just wrote this down. Robin, for example, she spent $169 on her ads and she made more than $2,000. Tatiana spent $500. She made more than $11,000. I have students who are spending $5 a day, $10 a day, and their ads are going on for months and months and months and referring even 100 clients to them. So my goal for you is to help you be successful. And our goal is to help you never waste money on ads. Do not let your ads go for a week without booking a client from it. And also payday emails. That's one of the bonuses that you get in the Jumpstart bonus suite when you join. And you'll get the 3 emails that you can send to clients, to your existing clients, to book 1 or 2 more appointments that can pay for your ad costs if you're slow right now. Emails work so well. They're totally underused. I love using emails. They're one of my biggest sales drivers. Okay, next question that I have heard people ask me before is, I hate how cheesy and pushy ads are these days. I live in a small town and I don't want people to see me that way. If I'm being honest, I don't want my competitors to see me that way either. And I totally get it. Like when you're in a context, like a small place, and you feel like everybody knows each other, like that's kind of nerve-wracking putting out your ads in front of people if you don't feel good about the ad. I want you to publish ads that make you feel good to put out there. We're making videos, for example, that don't look like ads. They look like reels. They look very pretty and polished and stylish. And the same with your captions. They're not like cheesy captions that sound like an ad. These are captions that really captivate people's interest and attention. So do not worry. We're not doing those like flashy, cheesy ads. We're doing ads that feel good to you and that are really a real reflection of you. I get this one a lot, and we kind of talked about this today in class. I don't know how to talk about my services in a way that attracts clients. Knowing what to say is always a challenge. I feel like I spin in circles. When I do try to post, I usually end up frustrated and post nothing. This is a spiral, a self-judgment spiral, right? It's like I just feel like nothing I do works, and I feel like there's nothing special about me. And I promise you that there is so much about your business and your experience and your client experience and your story that is just so different from everybody out there. It's just you've got so much noise going on in your head that you can't pull that out. So 2 things that are going to help with this. One is the one-to-one clarity call, which you can get if you join the Ad Lab before time runs out. And then the second one is Snappy Captions. This is our AI tool. I made this myself. I trained it on all of my students' high converting ads, like ads that are proven to work. I trained it on my ads, and I trained it on the materials in the Ad Lab. And so what it does is it's an AI tool, kind of like ChatGPT, but before it spits out an ad, just like a generic, bland, garbagey ad, it asks you a bunch of questions about why did you get into this business? What is it that you love about this service? How has this service or package changed your clients' lives? What are your clients struggling with right now? How can you relate to that? So many different questions that when it does write a caption, it's very thoughtful. It's extremely catchy because it really catches people about what they're thinking. ChatGPT can't do that because it doesn't know all that stuff. That's why Snappy Captions is different. And I really think that both the clarity call and Snappy Captions will help you really uncover what's special about you and make that come out in your ads. Okay, next question. I'm behind the technology curve. I'm bad at Instagram. I suck at apps and tech. How hard is this going to be for me to implement? I tried to make the Ad Lab as simple as possible for the person who's not great with tech. As long as you know how to use Instagram to post a reel, to post in a Facebook group, that's all you need. You don't need websites. You don't need funnels. You don't need apps. We're booking appointments through the DMs. And even in the DMs, I give you like all the information of exactly what to say, how to sell, how to convert, all of that. So no need to be techie. Someone asked me, I've tried advertising myself with boosted posts before and I never got any clients from it. I'm hesitant to try again. What would be different this time? Okay, let's be honest about your last boosted post. If this is you, think about it. Bring to mind, like just close your eyes and think, what was that boosted post that I did? If you're being honest, did it have all of the pieces that we talked about today? Did it have the irresistible offer? Did it have multiple captions? Did you test out multiple captions to see which one converted best? And those captions were truly putting yourselves in your client's shoes and not just saying, are you struggling with aging skin? But really understanding what's that story that's going on in your client's heads. Did it have that? Did it have a video that doesn't look like an ad, but just feels really classy and polished and really shares the experience inside of your space? Were you present in your ad, even if you weren't physically there? Were you talking in the first person? Were you introducing yourself? Were you building trust through your ad? Did you have that special offer? Did you send them to Messenger and then you had a sales sequence to convert them from there? My guess is that you were missing at least, if not multiple, things in that list. And if you did do all of those things and your ad still didn't work, that's okay. That's what we're there for. When you join the Ad Lab, we're going to help you troubleshoot if things don't go well and pop off immediately. Boosted posts often don't work. We teach you tricks to make them work by using the Meta Ads Manager and using all of the things that I know about high converting ads. Okay, next question. I've gotten this one quite a bit. I worked with a marketing agency in the past and the results were horrible. Every time I advertised, my prices were so low, I barely made any money. I don't want to have that experience again. Poignant. I had a student come on group coaching about a month ago. Her name is Virginia. And she said that exact same thing. She said, I wrote this down, she had spent like $10,000 on the marketing company. And then I think she was spending thousands of dollars a month on her ads. And she was promoting laser hair removal, and the people told her to lower her prices to $199. They said, just get clients in the door. And she did get some clients in the door, but she lost money. Her expenses were so high, and those people never came back because they were just looking for a deal. So if you've ever had that experience, I'm sorry. Marketing agencies, they just really want to get that like instant gratification of a new client, but they don't care about recurring clients. I care about recurring clients. I care that you're creating a package that attracts the right people. And then I also want to help you retain those clients too. This isn't actually something we go into the Ad Lab, but I do have email templates, for example, that I share with my students that retain clients, that keep them coming back after their appointments. Leah, our business coach, goes into client experience, how to increase retention, how to increase rebookings. So I'm here to help you 360. Marketing companies only care about that first experience of getting that new client, and they're not there to set you up for long-term success, unfortunately. Some of them are, many of them are not. Okay, next question. I'm not good at the one-to-one part where people ask me questions and want to book. I suck at sales. I feel like people just ghost and don't actually follow through. How can I get them to actually book from the DMs? Great. So yeah, we in the Ad Lab teach to send your ad to your DMs or Messenger and have a conversation there. We automate part of the conversation, but then part of it is manual, that you're going to be asking questions, responding, selling, following up with people who don't reply. And this is something that we go into every single step, is like, how do we follow up with people who are ghosting you? How do we talk about your services in the DMs in a way that makes people be like, I like it. This is exactly what I need. This is a part that a lot of people skip in trainings about ads or trainings about building clientele. It's like, how do we do the one-to-one sales part? I am going to show you in Module 4 and Module 5 exactly how to do that. And you don't need to worry about people ghosting, because some people will ghost, but a certain percentage of them, if your sales and follow-up process is good, a certain number of them will book with you. And we want to make sure that you're getting enough leads, but then we're also following up and serving leads in a way that books them. So another question that I've gotten is, I'm in another country. Will this work for me? Great question. Yes, we've had countries from all around the world, from Dubai to Australia to South Africa to Lebanon to Canada and everywhere in between. The Ad Lab is truly international. Ads work no matter where you are. The packages that might work might be different for different countries, depending on what's popular right now, where you're located. And the way that you talk about your services and yourself and your clients might be different. But as long as you get the fundamentals right, understanding the psychology of your people, understanding how to create a video that looks great, understanding how to write captions that hook people, those are all universal. So the Ad Lab will work no matter where you are. Okay, that's all I've got to say. If you want to get the one-to-one clarity call, be sure to click that button below before this class ends. You can get started for $127 for your first month, and then 5 more payments of $127. I'd love to get a chance to show you what the Ad Lab is all about, support you, help you build your business and your dreams. So if you've got any questions, be sure to email me back. You've got my email. Reply back to one of my emails. I'd be happy to get in touch with you and answer your questions. And if you've decided that the Ad Lab is not for you, A-okay. Thank you for coming to this class anyway. I really hope that it's helped inspire you about what you can do to get busy again and build a wait list. So thank you so much for coming on. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.